Let me tell you why I'm done with boxing on a big and serious level, bro.
Yep.
Because in this era, we rarely get great fights, innit? We rarely get, when I mean in proportion, when I mean great, I mean historic. You know, fights that stand the test of time.
I know what you're saying, but because we're in this era, we can't assess what does and doesn't stand the test of time because we're in the moment. But yeah, a lot of those legendary fights have aged over time.
Oh no, but let me tell you why. Like, Fury and Usyk was supposed to be like Thriller in Manila, bro. Errol Spence and Crawford was supposed to be like Tommy Hearns and Hagler, bro.
You mean in terms of competitiveness?
In terms of competitiveness they standard, like, you know what I'm saying? Like, bro, we don't have no Thriller in Manilas, bro. We don't have no Rumble in the Jungle.
I understand that, but in 15 years, who knows what that
Errol
Usyk
Spence
performance...
versus Crawford. That's not going to stand the test. People will stop talking about it now, bro. People stop talking about that now. Yeah. Let me tell you why.
I know what you're saying.
AJ,
yeah.
It's still people. That was
the one I was going to use, yeah.
I can't say that for Usyk and Fury. People forgot about that already, bro.
But we're talking about how competitive the fight was. People remember AJ was knocked down, got up, and then stopped.
Exactly, that's
we're
my
talking
point.
about competitiveness.
We're talking about competitiveness.
At
we're
the top
talking
level.
about exactly.
Okay, competitiveness at the top level.
You know what I'm saying? We're starved of that, bro. We're starved of that. So when we get it, like Beterbiev and Bivol, which I felt they've set such a high standard in terms of caliber for boxing, bro. As I said on Rance's channel, it's one of the few times Ring Magazine just released their pound for pound top 5. Beterbiev and Bivol are still in the same place.
Yeah.
Do you know what I'm saying? When have you ever seen a loser remain in the same place?
Yeah.
How many people have you said, Bivol was a bum anyway?
How much is that down to the decision, though? How much do you think that actually a lot of people feel that Bivol won, and if the refs had given it to Bivol, Beterbiev might have dropped out the top 5 based on that performance? Potentially.
Yeah. Potentially.
They can't drop him because he won, but the performance goes to Bivol, the win goes to Beterbiev.
Yeah. So but Beterbiev got the win, and it wasn't like I don't believe it was a robbery, but my argument is, how many times do you see that? How many times do you see a loser get called a bum? Whether it's Spence, you weren't good anyway, or whether it was Fury, you weren't good anyway. How many times do we see that?
Yeah. Or they'll make excuses. After the Crawford win, not only were people saying Spence is a bum, they were saying, it's because of the crash.
Literally.
Do you know what I'm saying? So Crawford put a beat down on a pound for pound guy, and it was like, Crawford's not even that good. He's just fighting someone that was crashed.
Exactly. You know what I'm saying? Like, we're not seeing that.
Yeah.
So let's give these guys their credit. Beterbiev and Bivol, let's give these guys their credit.
It was one of the fights that lived up to the hype.
Facts. One of the few fights that lived up to the hype.
From a technical basis. We're not talking about knockouts and all the rest of it.
But
From a technical basis.
We're answering George Groves, isn't it? That guy's an idiot as well, bro.
No, don't disrespect, bro. I don't even know what you're talking about.
George Groves is a big time idiot because
George's my guy.
He said the fight didn't live up to it. That's because he probably wants to see him versus Eubank again, bro. You rather see that
good. Round 12 was good.
Bro, that's
round 12 was good. He was the shoulder roll. He could knock him out shoulder roll.
But
don't disrespect George Groves.
He fought well, but that wasn't a legendary fight.
Eubank can't be in legendary fights.
But that's my point. So what? You can't tell me about a legendary fight when you've never been in one, bro. He's never been in a legendary fight. Both legendary fights.
Him and Frotch was classic.
He got knocked out twice, bro.
Him and Frotch was classic.
He got knocked out twice, bro.
Shout out West London, man. Shout out George Groves. That's my guy, man. Grenfell forever, man.
Bivol and Beterbiev, they lived up to it. And this is what pisses me off, bro. We all say we want to see a rematch. That's what we all want to see.
Yep.
But Bivol's done the right thing in putting a petition so the governing bodies ordered a rematch. And the IBF do what the IBF do and enforce some unknown mandatory out of their... I don't even know where they found this guy, bro. They must have found it. Bro, this guy looked... Bro, when I saw this guy's face, I thought he was a candidate for the England manager, bro. I don't know where they found this guy, fam.
But
they found this guy out of nowhere and ordered Beterbiev to fight him. And you know the wickedest thing? I'm so vexed, fam. Let me tell you why I'm so vexed. You know he was mandatory before?
Who?
Boatsi, fam. He was mandatory. Because he didn't want to fight Beterbiev, he got taken out the rankings, bro. That's the truth. And the real truth that I'm pissed off is, now they're stripping Beterbiev. If they rematch, the fight
I'm not pissed about the Boatsi thing. I'd rather watch Boatsi fight Yard because he's both in it because he's going to get punched up anyway.
Listen, I'm pissed because if Boatsi was still mandatory, he would have taken step-aside money and they would have let the fight still take... Because he ain't going to fight Beterbiev.
Yeah.
This guy, he knows this is one chance of winning a world title. So he's like, you know what? Strip him so I can fight for a vacant. That's what pisses me off. Yeah. This is the third time the IBF have robbed us of an undisputed defence. Crawford...
You know what Eddie Hearn's going to say?
What?
This is why I put rematch clauses in. This is one of the times there wasn't actually a rematch clause.
No, but here's the thing. There was a rematch clause for Fury and Usyk, and they still stripped Fury. They still stripped Usyk.
Yeah.
There was a rematch clause for Crawford and Spence. They stripped Crawford and gave it to Boots. Bro, they keep doing this, bro. They keep just stripping fighters immediately after a fight. And bro, you're not even enforcing a mandatory.
Did they strip Canelo?
Yes, bro. They had to fight this Cully guy. I've never even heard of him neither, bro.
Gary Cully.
No, I don't even know some black Scully Cully. I don't even know this guy, bro. And it's Skull. His name's Skull. I don't even know this guy. Yeah. They keep enforcing these mandatories, bro. Sorry, big man. I know you're a professional fighter, but I don't know your name, bro.
Yeah.
The IBF have resurrected you from somewhere, fam. The IBF keep finding these guys, bro, and enforcing these unnecessary mandatories. Who the flip wants to see Beterbiev versus whoever this guy is, bro? Who? Why are you robbing us of an opportunity to see a rematch?
Another classic.
Facts.
And the thing is, we may want to see Beterbiev fight this guy, but not right now. Like, it's the timing of this stuff. We've got to have a case-by-case basis. That being said, it's always in boxing, nothing's perfect, because there's other people that need to be stripped that ain't stripped.
Facts.
So we need some common sense practice around what's what and do what makes sense and what's appropriate at the time. Because some people, the WBC, you know, Canelo's going to have the WBC belt buried with him.
Trust
do you know what I'm saying? So that's just what it is.
Trust me.
But other people get stripped straight away with his IBF. So, you know, I'm annoyed about it, but I kind of want to see more of it at a time. But we've got to do what's appropriate to the situation.
Facts. You got to use. I actually like the IBF. That's the worst thing.
Split decision, majority decision in a fight that some people are saying robbery, some people are saying not robbery, some people are saying.
Not even just that though. It's just common sense. The general consensus is these two are the best fighters in the sport, bro.
And they showed us that. It was a competitive fight.
In that weight class, they're the best fighters in the sport.
Yeah.
Who you've got them to fight? It's not even like you say, you know, they have to fight Benavidez. It's not even like you said that. Yeah. You've said they have to fight someone who, let's genuinely be honest, bro, like, no one was talking about it before. And here's the thing what the IBF have done, which is stupid. If Beterbiev relinquishes the belt and this guy fights whoever he fights, bro, you've now lost an opportunity to make sanctioning fees for a unification again, bro. Do you know what I'm saying? It's just stupid.
So they don't like a unification fight. What's their problem? Like, why do they always want to be different? What's the problem?
I don't know.
Or do they only want to get into unification fights if it's an undisputed? Let someone go and pick up all the other belts and then ask, there's a standard.
IBF have the strictest rules. Obviously, they're the only governing body that has the second-day rehydration clause.
Yeah.
They have that. They also enforce their mandatories on a calendar schedule, so it has to be within that time
Back in the
period.
wilder AJ times, who had the IBF?
AJ.
Okay.
And AJ made 2 IBF mandatory defenses with that as well.
Yeah.
So it's one of those ones that they will constantly enforce their mandatories. But for me, I feel like it's slightly unnecessary. It's just unnecessary because I think Beterbiev's last 2 fights were mandatory fights. I think Callum Smith was a mandatory fight, but I don't know what governing body. Mm-hmm. And I also know that his Anthony Yard fight was a mandatory because he had just won the fight against Joe Smith Jr. and he had to fight Yard. It is refreshing
though to see a governing body not just care about the highest sanctioning fees all the time. It's annoying, but it's different.
But for me, it's true. But
outside of the frustration of this particular moment, it's good to see a governing body that doesn't just care about the highest sanctioning fees. But we're on the precipice of a rematch for undisputed of the 2 best boxers in the world, 2 of the best boxers in the world.
Yeah, you're not. For me, all you're doing, because the reason why the boy even has a belt right now and he's called a world champion is because the IBF stripped him. Yeah. And in that case, it worked for them, car. They lost out. They stripped him, so they got the sanctioning fees for the unification. Now they're getting more sanctioning fees for AJ versus Dubois. It's a big piece of food. But whoever this guy's fighting ain't gonna be a big piece of food, bro.
But that's just the way that it is, though. That's the way it is. The guys that are big names don't want to fight the main 2. That's not their fault.
Let them fight each other then.
Yeah. I don't know what the IBF's doing. I don't know what the IBF's doing, but bro. Like I say,
blood. Fix up, bro.
There's got to be common sense. Do you know what I mean? What they do is not a problem. It's how they do it, the timing that they do it, and it's fast as well, bro.
Trust me, bro.
But
1 week later,
when you get home with the belt, the IBF guy's waiting outside your front door.
Trust me. That happened with Canelo. Yeah. That happened with It's Crawford as well.
Yeah.
Man wouldn't even get to wear the belt,
Yeah,
bro.
yeah, real
They weren't
talk.
leaving the ring, they're stripping the belt off him you as he leaves, fam.
Real
It's
talk.
mad, bro.
Yeah.
Crazy.
Like the video, subscribe to the channel.
Trust.